Chapter 3, Icebreaker Activities. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ms. Carter. How are you today? According to the timetable, today marked the first official class for Ashuko and Tomedo in Class 7D10. Ms. Carter wrote the students' names on the desks where they would sit. Ashuko was sitting in the front, on the right. Next to her was a girl with a black hijab and circular eyeglasses. As Tomedo approached, his heart was pounding with nerves as he settled into his seat next to Kokori, who was wearing Converse sneakers and skinny jeans. I hope you enjoyed the tour on the first day and the welcome party on the second day. What was your favorite part of the show? The teacher asked. I really liked the painting challenge, one student said. More students raised their hands and shared their opinions on the welcome party. Some liked it, while others thought it could be better. Okay, thank you for sharing your opinions. Ms. Carter responded. I thought we could play some games to get to know all 18 of us. First, let's form a circle and introduce ourselves. We can share our names, hobbies, and what we like to do during our free time. Ashuko didn't realize what was happening, but Boniniska noticed Ashuko sitting still. She grabbed her arm and said, as Azad Ali once said, memories are a timeless treasure of the heart. Don't just sit there. This is going to be a fun and memorable moment for all of us. Ashuko was confused about what was happening at first. After a while, when they all sat down and formed a circle, she got an idea of what was going on. They were going to play an icebreaker game. So I will start. My name is Rebecca, but you will call me Ms. Carter. My hobby is growing plants, and I like to walk outside during my free time. If you see me, don't hesitate to say hi. I won't give detention. The teacher gave the student the right to tell about him next, and the activity continued. Hi, my name is Noveno. I play football, and I like to hang out with my friends during my free time. Hello, my name is Lemon. I like to read as a hobby and during my free time. Hello, my name is Kokori, and I don't have any hobbies, but I like to be outside with my friends in my free time. My name is Sosoki. I paint as a hobby and enjoy watching television shows in my spare time. My name is Boniniska, and I write and do poetry. I hope you realize that every day is a fresh start for you, that every sunrise is a new chapter in your life waiting to be written. Juan Sandizan once said. Ashuko was the 16th person in the circle to give her introduction. She wanted to make a good first impression. She had practiced her introduction a few times on her own before going to school. And Ashuko, do you want to tell us about yourself or? Ashuko nodded. Ms. Carter gave a big smile and was ready to hear what Ashuko was going to say. My name is Ashuko. I craft. No, hobby. Everybody applauded as they did for others, and the activity was over after some other introductions. Everyone noticed how Ashuko said it, but no one paid attention to it and moved on. Ashuko was very glad that no one called out on her English. Next, I thought we could do some summer bingo. I will give you each a sheet that has 20 activities. Ask others if they did any of the activities mentioned on the sheet. Whoever gets the first 5 in a row wins. Remember to shout bingo when you get 5 in a row, the teacher announced. Everybody got up and started asking each other questions. Ashuko couldn't join the activity because of her bad English. She didn't want to be made fun of, so she sat still and watched how others were saying something to each other. As Ashuko was looking around, she noticed that Tomedo was sitting and wasn't joining the activity. Maybe he somehow already finished the activity with the girl next to her, Ashuko thought, but he couldn't have done it so fast. Ashuko noticed that Tomedo didn't even have a pencil on the table. Ashuko figured that he was shy, but in reality, Tomedo was too tired to do the activity. Ashuko stood up and walked up to Tomedo's table. She laid the sheet on his desk, took out a pencil, drew a smiley face, and wrote a question mark next to it. Tomedo looked at it briefly before he understood what Ashuko was trying to say. He drew onto the smiley face another smiley face and a checkmark next to it. Ashuko looked at him with a big smile. Tomedo figured she wanted to do this with him because she wanted to be confident speaking, so he decided to do it with her for the time being, even though he was tired. He pulled his sheet closer to Ashuko and wrote a question mark on a square that said, swam in the sea. Ashuko drew a circle around the square right after. Then she wrote a question mark on visited a youth club. Tomedo looked at Ashuko and shook his head sideways, indicating he didn't go there. Ashuko found it surprising. She thought Tomedo looked like the kind of person who would go to a youth club every day and play video games for free. They continued to do the activity together and were having fun. Ms. Carter saw what Ashuko and Tomedo were doing from her desk. Her first class had begun, and she had succeeded in the icebreaker activity. She couldn't wait to get to know this class better. The students in 7D08 left that class shortly after and walked to their next class, which was math. Ashuko and Tomedo were trying to find the math class when a person started running toward Ashuko and Tomedo in the hallway. Tomedo heard the familiar voice. As he was turning around, he saw Noveno running towards him. Noveno was his old classmate in primary school. Tomedo, I heard that you were teaching Ashuko English, so I wanted to help you. Noveno said it happily. Tomedo felt surprised. Not from the fact that she knows about him teaching Ashuko English, but from the fact that she wants to He pulled out his phone and typed into Google Translate what Noveno was suggesting. After Ashuko listened, she did not hesitate to nod in approval. "Why?" Tomedo asked Noveno. "See you after school, then. I will answer your questions later, but I really need to pee." Noveno interrupted Tomedo. Noveno ran to the right side of the hallway, where the bathrooms are, in a matter of seconds. Tomedo got interested in why Noveno wanted to join their sessions all of a sudden. Meanwhile, Ashuko couldn't wait for their English sessions. She was going to learn so many words and surprise everyone. She is going to hang out with her other classmates and order food. Ashuko had so many ideas for things she wanted to do when she learned English. Only if time could go faster, Ashuko thought.